Trick or treat. Happy Halloween from all of us here at Mondo Nostalgia. Hope I didn't frighten you too much. It's either me, Devlin, doing a memory lane, or I'm getting ready to host another Devlin's dance party. Either way, we're in for some fun. Let me take some of this stuff off. I get right into the season. I absolutely love it. Halloween is my second favorite season. Christmas, of course, first. I'm a big Christmas sap, but Halloween is a lot of fun too. I like dressing up. I like watching horror movies. I like decorating the place. I love it all. When I was young, I absolutely adored going trick-or-treating door to door. I probably did it right up until I was about 13, and then there was that whole stigma of, okay, you're getting too old. And it was heartbreaking when I had to give it up because I just loved doing it. I just loved going door to door, trick or treat. I remember dressing up everything from a skunk. I think I was a pirate. I remember being Pippi Longstockings. I remember being Laverne to my friends Shirley. And just so much fun stuff. I never really did scary too often. I did more whimsical and stuff. It wasn't until later that I started doing more scary stuff for parties and stuff. Trick-or-treating was always the best. I think one of the reasons I love Halloween, the movie, the 1978 original, so much, and why it still scares me to this day, is because of the fact that I lived in a neighborhood that looked exactly like that. Even we went down some of the streets, the big hedges, the houses. And so that's why I think it kept me on edge. I remember trying desperately to eat my dinner quick and, getting your costume on and just anxious to go out. My mother's trying to finish up my makeup and stuff and just eager to get out there and see what kind of treats I was going to get. I also enjoyed looking at what the other kids were wearing and stuff like that. And I hated when it was really cold or it was even snowing lately because you'd worked so hard on a costume and then your mom would be like, oh, you're wearing a coat. And it's like, well, I can't be this character with a coat on. It's just not going to work. But anyhow, then you'd go and, I remember my mother always came with me and we'd be with a group of neighbors and my mother would be there with their parents and, we didn't even notice. We were running up and down and just having a great time. And yeah, it was sad when it all had to come to an end. I know a couple of parents that their kids are starting to lose interest in that kind of stuff and they're getting a little sad now because it's like, oh, I want them to stay young for a little while longer. Later on, I used to go to the Staircase for some incredible Halloween balls. I heard they were so great, and I decided to go to one, and I fell in love instantly. They do sexy dancing, and it was awesome. Then later, they actually let me take over the theater, and I played horror movies, and it was awesome. And I got to show, classics like Halloween. I remember showing Ghostbusters, Trick or Treat, Lost Boys, just lots of Creep Show, I remember. It was just a lot of fun. Phantom of the Paradise was one of my favorites because Colette, who ran the Staircase, said, you know what, we just got our first person coming in all the way from Dunnville to Hamilton, and they said they're specifically coming in to see Phantom of the Paradise. Most of the people came there for the costume ball, for the dancing, for the food, just for the friendship, but I actually got someone to come in because Phantom of the Paradise doesn't get shown on the big screen that often. In later years, I don't do much for Halloween. I have had Halloween dance parties at my house. With the pandemic, I don't think that's going to happen. But things are lighter now. I'll light some candles and have a night where me, Mike, maybe a few friends will come over and we'll watch some classics. Whether it's classic Halloween specials like Charlie Brown or Garfield, or even something crazy like the Paul Lynde Halloween special. A favorite that I know is so bad, but we watch it every year because it's become tradition. I work at Value Village, and usually we dress up around this time, but again, the pandemic's ended that. So usually what happens now is I've dressed up for 3 full months. I usually start in September. Okay, 2 full months, not doing math well. September and October, that when the night of Halloween comes, I just like to take it easy and relax and put on an old thing. Whether it's one of the movies I mentioned I played before, or old Universal classic, or maybe a horror comedy, I just, like Fright Night, or I can't think of Young Frankenstein, that's what I'm thinking of. Or I just enjoy the season. I love hearing music on my MP3. I fill it with classics, Monster Mash, Thriller, some rarities too. Somebody's watching me, and like just lots of fun stuff. Elvira's Two Big Pumpkins. I know I'm just not talking about her Two Big Pumpkins. She's got a great song. Look for it on Facebook. I'll definitely put it on Mondo Nostalgia. I like the season, and even though I don't celebrate it quite as much, our house is always decorated. We always do something on Halloween that's Halloween or horror related. And you know what? I still love that time of year. I don't know, there's something about being scared or having chills that just gives you an electricity. If you feel the same way, please comment and let me know what your favorite part of Halloween is. Maybe it's the candy. Snacking on candy while you're watching your favorite movie. Or maybe you still love going trick-or-treating with your kids. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to click like and subscribe. Let's get a dialogue going for one of the best holiday seasons out there, Halloween. And have a happy Halloween from all of us here at Mondo Nostalgia.